Almost all of the royal press pack is exactly where the story actually is today. Inside the royal courts of justice. Cameras clicking, live blogs updating by the minute. Prince Harry walking in, on time, alone, and visibly unbothered as he continues his legal fight against ANL, the Daily Mail's parent company, for unlawful information gathering. This isn't a charity visit, it isn't a photo op, and it isn't a staged engagement. This is Harry doing something the institution hates more than anything else, and doing it through the courts instead of palace briefings. And that, right there, is why the machinery is rattling. Because Harry isn't complaining. He's not whining. He's presenting evidence, standing under oath, and forcing one of Britain's most powerful media groups to answer questions they've dodged for decades. The optics are unavoidable. A prince taking on the press, the same press the palace has historically fed, traded with, and hidden behind. Meanwhile, Prince William and Kate have rolled into Scotland. Not quietly, not coincidentally, but right on cue. While Harry is literally in court, Tweedledee and Tweedlebald are suddenly the Duke and Duchess of Rothesay again, parachuting into Stirling and Falkirk with cameras pre-positioned and smiles already strained. This is a familiar pattern. Every single time Harry returns to the UK for something serious. Legal action, testimony, or anything that reminds the public he's independent and principled. William and Kate appear elsewhere, frantically working. Not responding, not acknowledging. Just, the goal isn't to compete with Harry directly, it's to dilute him, to give editors something else to run above the fold. And look closely at the visuals, already tired, already tight around the eyes, because this isn't organic work. This is reactive scheduling. This is the palace saying, one of my favourite recurring royal fun facts is how William and Kate's full day of engagements almost always starts well after noon. Today is no exception. They arrive mid-afternoon, cycle through a handful of tightly controlled appearances, each lasting maybe 20 or 30 minutes, and call it a day. On paper, the itinerary looks packed. In reality, it's a sequence of standing, nodding, listening and smiling on cue, while aides hover just out of frame. There's no urgency, no immersion, no sense of leadership, just presence. A walk here, a chat there, a pre-arranged photo op with Winter Olympians, because sports photos are safe, positive, and require zero follow-up. Kate's coat is a repeat, which the fashion press will dutifully praise as relatable, while quietly ignoring that this entire trip exists primarily as a... This isn't about Scotland. It's about optics. Always optics. Let's be very clear about the contrast here. Harry is in court alone, confronting a media empire that helped shape the hostile environment that nearly destroyed his family. He is revisiting trauma, submitting evidence, and risking ridicule, again, because accountability matters to him. This is not easy work. This is not safe work. And it is definitely not work that earns you cosy headlines. William and Kate, by contrast, are doing what the institution has trained them to do best. No risk, no confrontation, no disruption, just presence, smiles, and carefully neutral language that offends no one powerful. And that's the tension the palace never wants examined too closely. Adding another layer to today's choreography is royal reporter Russell Myers and his upcoming book Du Oostkoens. Hout de Sussex, come on. We're already being promised seismic revelations and unparalleled insight into their marriage, which in royal speak usually translates to There's already speculation that this book is another reason William might need a crisis manager. And honestly, that tracks, because these books are rarely accidents. They're temperature checks, narrative resets, reputation buffers. The broad strokes will almost certainly be glowing: duty, resilience, stability, while a few humanizing tensions are quietly acknowledged to make it all feel real. If this feels familiar, it should. Tina Brown's followed the same formula: praise on the surface, whispers underneath, and just enough mess to keep readers turning pages without destabilizing the institution. Y'all, I saw a video of them trying to curl, and I'm dead. Kate's coat is plaid and lovely, but it was not worn with much thought to the event at hand. She could not bend down to curl in that long coat, which made for a pretty funny vid of her trying to do so. This would have been a good time to consider the sporting nature of the event and do a quick change into pants. To be fair, maybe she didn't know that she'd be asked to try curling, but as it was a sporting event, it might have been a safe bet to hazard a guess that maybe they would. This biography moves beyond the headlines as it explores love, resilience, and their journey together as they navigate their public duties amid this unprecedented era. This sounds pure Mills and Boon, and nowhere near the truth. Actually, I wonder if a UK publisher would ever dare publish a book that told the truth about them unless or until they announce a separation. Omid Scobie approached it as rumours when he wrote Endgame. Andrew's biographer also said that just the rumours about Rose were enough for Kate to take her wedding ring off, insist Will break off the friendship and have therapy. So here we are again, Harry in London forcing truth into the open. William and Kate in Scotland forcing the cameras to look elsewhere. One brother confronting the system that harmed him, the other maintaining the system that protects him. And the real question isn't whether this Scotland trip was planned weeks ago. Of course it was. The question is, Mum, when the contrast has never been clearer. One path is uncomfortable, lonely and principled. The other is polished, safe and endlessly managed. The public is watching both, and more people than the palace realizes are starting to notice which one actually looks like leadership.